Cleric calls for forgiveness, reconciliation in Southeast. A cleric Sunday of Noha on Wednesday called on the people in Nigeria's Southeast to eschew violence and embrace peace. Mr. Noha, who is a board member, Global Peace Foundation, gave the advice in a statement he made available to reporters in Abuja. It is said that when brothers fight to death, a stranger inherits their property. I make reference to this insightful adage in view of the agony we have all witnessed over the years, the pain and trauma that many people have gone through, and the various ways the lives and property of our people in the southeastern part of Nigeria have been negatively impacted. The very essence of our human existence has been threatened by a perpetration of injury, violation, and scarring of our land. And we appear to be a people at war. It is painful to see these levels of broken or fragmented relationships everywhere, as it is leading us on a path of self-destruction. I therefore call on for forgiveness and attempt at reconciliation by all persons. If this does not happen, and happen fast, we shall pay heavily for it, and our children will not forgive us. The time to act is now, said Mr. Onoha, who is a bishop. Mr. Onoha stressed the need for dialogue and reconciliation. Let me go back. So I therefore call for forgiveness and an attempt at reconciliation by all persons. If this doesn't happen and happen fast, we shall all pay heavily for it, and our children will not forgive us. The time to act is now, said Mr. Onoha, who is a bishop. Mr. Onoha stressed the need for dialogue and reconciliation between the government and non-state actors to check the increasing security challenges in the region. Each group, both government and non-state actors, claiming to be acting on behalf of our people and defending our welfare, key players must be brought to the dialogue table. Let us begin by forgiving one another first. At the dialogue table, may we all relinquish all moral indignation, give up the desire for retaliation, and focus on the urgent need to regenerate our relationships, he said. According to him, as we break the kola knot of peace, signifying our mindset is tuned to allow peace to reign, may this cognitive process give us a fuller understanding and recognition of what hurts the other, and together agree on how to address our individual differences. We can do it knowing fully well that there is no government that wants to manage an unstable and ungovernable society. In a family, we all quarrel, even the tongue and teeth sometimes have misunderstandings. The leaders of Ipob must see the pain on the faces of our people and be willing to forgive anyone they feel have offended them. The state actors should also look for a way to forgive agitators and treat everyone as members of the same family who have their ways of expressing themselves in protest to perceived injustice. To perceived injustice? The injustice is there, it's not perceived. You're giving the illusion or suggestion that we are just not seeing what you are seeing and you are just talking out of line. That doesn't make sense. I plead with all parties in God's name to halt the trampling of rights immediately and take steps to heal our land. Blessings and prayers, as always, for the land of our birth, the cleric said. Okay. Again, it's really simple what Ipob want. If you're going to talk about forgiveness, I think the Nigerian state needs to ask for forgiveness from the southeast for the Biafran genocide, if that's where you're going. I'm not saying the people are perfect. There's some instances where, they may have acted out of order, but really and truly, the government is 100% responsible for a lot of violations to the Nigerian people, specifically the southeast. That is pretty much it. And Ipob, again, it's not like as if they're asking for the world. In fact, maybe they don't even want forgiveness. They don't want all that. All they want is to be an independent state. They want to leave. Why is that such a problem? If it causes confusion, it causes confusion. But if that's what somebody wants to do, you can't just limit the person's position or limit their stance or limit what they... if that's what they want to do, again, if you're worried about the outcome for them or for yourself, whatever you're worried about, if you're worried about the outcome, it's really none of your concern. Sorry, but you're just being selfish, worrying about the outcome for your own self. Again, if they want to go, let them go. What is the problem? I don't think Ipob is asking for a lot. Someone says Ipob should fight the good fight, not harming innocent life and destroying little property the present government leave for them. Excuse me. Again, the government they are the ones destroying their own property. I don't think the government cares. The government will go through any lengths to do what they want to do. Yeah, that's it, to be honest. Very long I have learned that it is imperative to keep one's head while others are losing theirs. It is one of the worst things to copy a bad habit. Ipob is trying to copy Northerners' style of expostulating. Is the worst that will ever germinate from Eastern Nigeria. Killing who? Not your brothers and... What? Okay, listen, you have to understand that it's still a Nigerian state, and whatever they do, the Nigerian state can manipulate whatever movement Ipob does to make it seem like as if Ipob is causing violence. You need to understand that a sit-at-home order logically means stay in your house. That's it. It is, and yes, there are arguments on how effective it is, and arguments on if Ipob has the grounds to, to even declare such an order. But then, I mean, that's fair enough, argue that. But for the fact that there's an incident where somebody's truck got burnt because it had a lot of goods in there, spare parts and all that. It got burnt, and then they're blaming it on the whole sit-at-home order thing because those who were trying to enforce the sit-at-home order, of course, that's not Biafrans. Biafrans will not do that. Why would Biafrans? No, why? Even if you're trying to enforce and you're patrolling the streets, all you have to do is tell them to go back or go to your house or go somewhere else if they are patrolling. Why would they result in burning down a truck? Does that make sense? No, does that actually make sense? And I think in some things, it just got to be logical. And yes, give Ipob benefit of the doubt. Why would they? They are not some... Again, if Ipob has proven to be very tactless, reckless, lack strategy in what they've done in the past, maybe fine, we cannot, remove any benefits that we give them. But they have proven to be very tactical, very, very specific and strategic in everything that they do. They're not reckless. Even the sit-at-home order, I mean, is literally the most, in my opinion, the least intense move they've made. And now it's causing problems as well. You have to understand, no matter what they do, the government will be against them. So at the end of the day, it's either they push for what they want or not. But either way, if they do those, the government will still be against them. But don't forget to like and subscribe.